man. Right, guys, freshers, can I have a cheer? Oh, there are much more than I expected to be here. That's going to be another vacuum. Just get this. Freshers, since you don't really know my comedy, you now have a choice. We have an interactive comedy experience. That's right. You have a choice of two, and I'll read it like the X Factor. Tonight, for one night, probably for a while, we have two acts to choose from. Number one, advice to freshers and how not to fresher. Number two, my embarrassing wank story. Let's hear a cheer for number one. Wow. Not the way I expected it. Right, so for those of you who don't know me, get ready. You're young. Well, I assume so. Sorry, Ken. It might be my last year. Right. You're all young, and we've obviously we're starting out uni. You've got this brand new experience. 3 whole years of misery, alcoholism, but fun. And dancing. Everyone loves dancing. But anytime you think that you have fucked up, you can think about this one story, which I'm now unfortunately going to tell to you, much to the utter embarrassment of my girlfriend, who I'm going to point out. She's better than everyone here. You know who you are, and I'm so sorry. Was that something? Oh, she looks annoyed. Okay, so let's go back several years. I am 21 years old, which is surprising. Most people think I'm like 30 because of the beard. Let's go back to when I was, I must have been about 15. I come from a place in Sussex. Woo, places. I come from a place in Sussex with an amazing name. And it is spelled exactly how it sounded. It's called Upper Dicker. I now live in a house called Swallow Cottage. My father thinks it's fucking wonderful. But let's go back to when I was about 15. I live in the middle of nowhere, wonderful, rolling countryside. But obviously that means that none of my friends can come to visit. No one can be asked to walk the 2-hour drive. It's an absolute nightmare. No one wants to. So obviously, it's stumbled upon. Anyone here partaking of the devil's lettuce? There's many different words. Can we have someone shout out another funny name for it? Milk. Milk. That's fair enough. Mary's iguana.
Homeopathic cigarettes.
What?
Homeopathic cigarettes.
Robotic cigarettes.
Homeopathic.
Problematic cigarettes. Sorry, weed. So, obviously, it's a Sunday afternoon. One of those Sunday afternoons where there is nothing good on television. None of my friends want to come and see me because I'm too far away. All of my family, apart from my father who works at home, are out of the house. And my usual routine is get stoned, have a wank, probably just fall asleep. That's just how it went. Really stupid, terrible. And I'm sitting now, okay? I used to look like the kid from Mum as well, so it's okay. But to make it worse, so this one morning I've woken up, it is 11 o'clock, I've gone downstairs, I've rolled a joint, which is a terrible thing for a 15-year-old to know what to do. Who indeed, sir? And what ends up happening is I've rolled myself a joint, I've gone downstairs, I've gone past my dad was typing away, he works, he looks like Al Pacino. My father looks like Al Pacino, but where Al Pacino's forehead is eating the rest of his hair. He's a lovely man. I realise this is being filmed, and Dad, if you see this, you know I would. Anyway, so I got downstairs. Oh crap, my dad is going to see this. Right, anyway. So I have gone downstairs. I have rolled myself a joint. I have put on many different Rasta songs that didn't help how white and middle class I am. And I'm smoking away, and I'm like, wow, I'm a white now. And I start climbing the stairs and everything. My dad's like, you're right, son. He knows that I've been doing this, but obviously he's like, I'm working, I can't be dealing with your shit. I'm like, okay, so I go upstairs. I go upstairs and I'm like, it's 11 o'clock in the morning. I can't go to sleep soon. I need to make this a proper event. Because you do that, some guys do that sometimes. They genuinely are just like, do you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to make this special. So I put on some Sting and some scented oils. I'm joking, I don't do that. I can't afford scented oils. Right, anyway. What ends up happening is I have no laptop anymore. Laptop broke, utterly destroyed it with porn when I was 13. So now, Ollie has a large collection of nudie mags. We've got Zoo, give a cheer for Zoo. See? So we have one guy, that is just who Zoo is. We have front, we have everything. We've got everything, mostly everything. I'm not going to say what else, I'm ashamed. What ends up happening is obviously I have like a bottom drawer cupboard. We're talking a big cupboard drawer filled with them. I can't remember how many there were. Maybe triple figures, really upset. I expect my pocket money all the time. Unfortunately, what I do is I'm like, right, I made this an event, I'm like, okay, I'll pull out the whole thing. And I'm like, I'm gonna go have another joint, go have another joint. That's like, you're right, this one, I'm like, He's like, yeah, I'll see you later. Got upstairs, and what I have done is I have found every single one, I've gone through every single one of these, and I found my favourite picture from every single one. And carefully lay them side by side on my king size bed. Until finally I have a very large plethora. It's a great word to describe my sordid habit. A plethora of boobs and bums and Winifred from Cheshire. She's lovely. Winifred is a normal age. That sounds anyway, what ends up happening is I've laid out all of these things. I'm like, yeah, okay, this is good. And I'm wearing my stoner clothes. I've got my jockey bobs. I'm like, yeah, no, this is sorted. And I'll describe my room. I go through the door, and my king size bed is right here. Okay, but I'm scared, so this point I don't care. I'm like, no, this is fine. So obviously, I'm now here looking at all of this pornography. You can hear the shame in my voice, can't you? And I pull down my trousers and I start going for it. So it's like, I don't know why it sounds like a train. So I'm going for it and everything. I'm just like, oh, this is great, having a wonderful time. All these impossibly attractive women. And Winifred, who's like, you go on, son. She is Winifred. I'll look at you now. God, I'm just more and more ashamed of myself. So obviously I'm going for it and everything. And my house is old. My house is really old. The third stair creaks, without fail, every time. And it's at this point, I'm going, and then suddenly you just hear, I'm like, holy fuck. My dad is now coming up the stairs. It's like, Ollie? I'm like, my brain's just gone, oh, fuck. What do I do? The problem is, obviously, being stoned, you don't think rationally at all. You don't think rationally at all. For instance, like, peanut butter does not go well with things like, I don't know, ham or something like that. Or when you're stoned, that's a great idea. At this point, though, my brain is just going like, what do we do? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I'm just like looking at this thing that's like, I'm just like, okay, it's fine, don't worry, I'll just pull up my trousers. I go to pull up my trousers, and that's when it happens. I hit a plasticky sounding thing. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I look up and then I see it and I realise the gravitas of my situation. There is before me a sea of pornography completely across my bed. And I haven't even managed to pull up my trousers and I'm in so much shock. I'm like, oh fuck. The thing is, Dad's still coming up the stairs. He's 5'3", so I don't know why I'm making him sound like he's like, 8 foot tall. But at this point, it feels like he is. Ollie? I'm just like literally, if you just had a clip of me, it's just literally just me, dick in hand. Which is terrible to start with. My brain's going like, sandwich, kettle. I'm like, what the fuck? This is like, and And I'm now, the door starts to open, so and that's when everything goes fucking Matrix. So what I do, I'm looking, see a pornography, Dad's coming through the door. I was wondering if I could talk to you about Mother's Day. At this point, all rational thought is gone. A sensible person would have just got the duvet, because it was all on top of the duvet, because why not? Fold it over and just be like, oh yeah, no, it's just like, that's not like 100. That's a sensible thing to do, but obviously, I had stoned as balls. Utterly stoned as balls. So instead, what do? Dad's coming through the door. I can literally feel the air pressure in the room. With my father coming into the room, I see a pornography, I look back. I look at the bed. Pull up my trousers as hard as I can, go, oh, fuck this. And leap! Onto the bed! And so I'm along! My father comes through, but let's put it into real time. I was just wondering if I could talk to you about Mother's Day. And I have the audacity to go, hey, you're right, Dad. My dad looks like any ethnicity bar English. Everyone thinks that he's a local when we go on holiday. He's very sporty in shape and everything, but he turned a shade of white I have never seen. And he looks at his stoner kid from up-looking 15-year-old son. He looks down a little, and you see this horrible shot come over his face, and he just goes... and he leaves the room. I'm lying there like, that could have been embarrassing. If you could all think back, can someone call out to me what type of trousers I was wearing? Joggers, that is right. Joggers have an elastic waistband, which is really comfortable if you want to lie down and stuff. However, if you're a panicked stoner mess, trying to hide the massive sea of sordid nudity that is on your bed from your father, who just wanted to talk to you about Mother's Day. It was a lovely day. Obviously, he didn't look at me, but still. And it's at this point, I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm a bit cold. What's going on? When I pulled up my trousers, in my haste, my waistband didn't go over my jeans. It went under, hoiked up. Which is a really stupid thing to see normally, but when you leap onto a bed, spread-eagled, paper has an interesting way of catching, like, you know how, like, if you catch it? No, it's not a pain thing, it's not a pain thing. The problem is, obviously, what ended up happening was that my dick and balls, when my father came in to ask about Mother's Day, were stretched out behind me. So I was laying spread-eagled on a bed, eyes as red as, well, my girlfriend's face. But just put my dick and balls, like I was just lying and trying to cuddle with her. The worst thing was, I then go downstairs, I'm like, obviously, I go out and I'm like, oh shit. So I finished, you know. I put hours of thought into this wank. That's a patented quote, by the way. Let's see that soon. It's a horrible quote to be known for. But yeah, I went downstairs. And there's my dad, highly computer literate, lots of businesses, all this sort of thing. Works with computers all his life. And there is my dad. Instead of going, he is sat there, catatonic, and just going. The rain is falling in the window behind him. Perfect, pathetic balance. And he's like, Dad, well, I say that. Being 15 and also really nervous about it, I sound like Elmo, so I was like, Dad, I just wanted to talk to you. What are you so happy? And Dad just raises one hand and doesn't look at me, and he just goes, son, remember who you are. And it sounds like, just very long. But no, he just goes, we do not have to discuss this. I can talk to my dad about anything. For 3 days, he did not speak to me. And I had to lie to my parents. Here's one of them. I had to lie to my family, saying that I'd taken something precious from him. Not, he caught me mid-spreading gold wank. Honestly, Paul. Well, welcome to university. And I hope that you all know, remember in your darkest hour, if you shit yourself in an awkward place, like a dinner party with your girlfriend's family, and none of them knew about it, but you had to walk away with it. Enough about my life. Just remember, you were not me when I was 15.